Hey girl, welcome back to the Her Best Self podcast. Today we're doing something a little bit different and I can't wait to share it with you. I have been getting multiple emails left and right with questions asking me about recovery, asking me specific questions in regards to recovery and weight gain and all the topics. And so I'd like to throw in every now and then a coaching over coffee where I'm just going to share with you a question that pops into the inbox. Let's start with today's first coaching over coffee because I bet you might have the exact same question that I received this week in my inbox. Here we go. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. I just want to say how super excited I am to do this coaching over coffee episode with you today. It truly is important to me that I answer specific questions, and I've been receiving so many in my inbox lately, and I just thought, let's do this. Today, I want you to pretend like you are on the other side of me. Maybe we're at a fabulous coffee place, maybe we're at your kitchen table, or maybe we're together at my coffee nook in my home. Wherever we are, I want you to imagine it. In my inbox, I received a recent question on metabolism. The question goes like this. Lindsay, I'm wondering if I'm broken. Did I mess up my metabolism from years of chronic disordered eating behaviors? I feel I've completely wrecked my metabolism. And at this point in my life, I want to get healthier. I want to be better, but I'm super terrified that my metabolism is a mess and that it's ruined. Can you shed some light on whether or not this is true? Okay, I cannot wait to shed some light because this one, my friend, I've got so many thoughts on. First of all, I want to start with I'm not a clinician, I'm not a medical doctor, and so I encourage you to chat with your healthcare professional. But I do want to share and answer it from my perspective, my years of expertise in this industry, and my own personal journey, okay? So here it goes. You can slow down your metabolism and you can speed up your metabolism, but you can't break your metabolism. It's not ruined. It's not wrecked. But the first thing we need to discuss is what is your metabolism? If you don't know, your metabolism is the process inside of your body that goes on behind the scenes to keep your body functioning and to keep your body alive and to keep your body well. And when we think about a resting metabolic rate, we think about what you need to live without getting out of bed. Your body requires energy. It requires energy for your organs. It requires energy for growth and repair of your body tissues and for fighting off infections. It requires energy to do physical activity, and it requires energy to digest food. Your metabolism is a combination of all these things. It's your energy to break down the food, plus your RMR, which is your resting metabolic rate, and all the daily activities and physical activities that you partake on each day. The big three that your body needs fuel and energy for is rest, recovery, and activity. Energy and nutrients that fuel this process are needed to provide your body with ultimate support that it needs to thrive. If you've ever heard the concept of your metabolism is calories in versus calories out, nope, this is a myth. The truth is that your body is not broken, you aren't broken, nothing is wrecked, and I want you to stop believing that lie that your metabolism is ruined, because this is just a lie that your eating disorder mind is telling you to keep you stuck, for you to believe that there's nothing you can do to fix this, and therefore you don't even try. That is a disordered thought, sis. It's okay to have that thought. But the truth is that 50 to 80% of your energy goes to resting. This is your bare minimum function. This is what it takes for your body to function. So what happens when you restrict or you manipulate for years or decades your food intake? Maybe you overexercise or you've purged, or it's something that you're struggling with right now, well, your metabolism slows, just like every other process in your body. Think about your digestion. Think about your heart rate. And how about your body temperature? Everything slows down. That's simply because you're running on E. The low fuel light is on. Your body at that point, it has to learn to conserve. It has to learn to adapt to not being nourished. And this is to compensate for it running on E. And so it will turn off lights in the house to conserve energy. So it will turn off things that are not number one on the list for your body to function in order to be able to support the function of your organs, for an example. The reality is that your body doesn't care how you think it should look or what society says is the best or the trendiest. Your body cares about its optimal function, and it will eventually do everything and anything it can to get you to that optimal state. This doesn't mean it will stay on E and store away fat and carbs when it suddenly receives them. This is false news. The fact is that your body will heal itself, but you must learn to trust and to honor it. It's a two-way street. Like anything not functioning at peak performance, sis, you must restore the system. When you restore your system, your body may go into high gear, rebuilding all it was lacking first. This is why hypermetabolism actually comes to play and is very common in recovery from an eating disorder. The key to resetting, the key to restoring, the key to rebuilding your metabolism is to do the opposite of the disorder. Harvard Medical School professor Dr. Lee says people actually have fast, slow, and average metabolisms regardless of their body size and their body composition. And researchers from the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill did a study concluding that all metabolic changes are fully reversible and found zero differences between a group of women who have never experienced an eating disorder versus a group of women fully recovered from anorexia and bulimia. What does this mean? This simply means you're not broken. This simply means that you can slow down your metabolism because your body has learned to run on nothing, but it also means you can speed it up too. So how do you boost your metabolism? Well, friend, you start working with your body versus against your body. How do I restore? I stop restricting and I start fueling. How do I work with my body? I start to get a variety of foods and I let go of the rigid routines around my foods. And I make sure that I get plenty of water and plenty of hydration. And I prioritize my quality of sleep and my self-care. And maybe that means I practice ongoing reflection, which gives my mind clarity. This could look like deep breathing. This also reduces your anxiety and it reduces your elevated hormones that have been high because of restriction. Once you reach your set point weight, your body actually goes into a state of maintenance. And this is when, I want you to listen in, friend, you're at where your body believes, not where you believe, but where your body believes is its optimal performance. This is that sweet spot where your metabolism is normalized, and instead of refeeding or weight gain and organ repair, your body is now able to use the energy that it's receiving from constant and consistent nutrition that you're giving it to manage day-to-day functions at its peak performance. Friend, your body just requires energy. It requires energy for its organs. It requires energy for its growth and repair of its cells and bodily tissues. And it requires energy for physical activity and food digestion. When you do the opposite of what that voice inside of your mind is telling you to do, when you stop saying my metabolism is wrecked and my body is ruined, and you start honoring your body, you actually support a thriving metabolism. It's time that you restore your system. It's time that you nourish your body so that it can get to its optimal peak performance. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's Coaching Over Coffee episode. I love this question because it's something that I get asked frequently. And overall, I would just want you to know that no, sis, you can't break your metabolism. Your metabolism is still there and it can't be broken. But you can contribute to a thriving metabolism by starting to honor and nourish your body. If you enjoyed today's show and you have a question for me, I want you to send me an email at info@lindsaynickel.com. I'd love to get your questions so I can pull it into content for the show and answer it right here on the podcast. If you're looking for help and support of your recovery journey and that process, maybe you feel like you're just unsure. You're unsure. This thought about your metabolism is still in your mind and you're terrified to gain weight, but you know that's something that you're going to need in order to create your best future self. I want you to go out to herbestself.co and fill out a client application. Can't wait to talk with you and learn more about you and see if we're a great fit in partnering together. All right, girl, I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.